All right, welcome to another edition of the Racami Record. This is a podcast. In fact, we're videoing today's podcast. So if you happen to have video capabilities, you can watch it. We have several guests with us here today. And of course, we always talk about things related to customer communications, commercial printing, book publishing, transactional processing, and direct marketing. So welcome everybody to today's podcast. What we want to talk about today specifically is Racami's brand new product called Pay Plus. This is a tool that allows people to take payments online. It's deployed quickly and easily. And we'll talk about, why did the world need another payment processing system here today? We think we have some very good reasons for this. And if you're in the market for technology to take payments online on your website, or if you're a transactional processor, you want to take, a utility company, you want to take payments online, then you're going to be very interested in this discussion and how this technology is different from others that are out there. We have with us today our Director of Services, Jessica Stansel. We have our Marketing Coordinator, Andrea Molinares. We have our Product Manager for Pay Plus, Elizabeth Gafford. And finally, our CEO and Technology Expert, Haney Khalaf. So welcome, everybody. So I'd like to start with a question for Haney. Haney, what is Pay Plus and why did we create it?
Hello, everybody. So, hey, Matt. Yeah, this, as we know, payment is a growing sector in the marketplace, and we in Alchemy, with the Alchemy product, we help manage the entire process end to end of the transactional billing, or we help manage the processing of these documents. Pay Plus is an essential need in the marketplace to expedite the collecting of payment, to allow customers to present to the end users the document, and to cut the labor cost for sending out the actual billing document and make it electronically. So it's a must-have in the marketplace to be able to allow customers to enjoy multi-facets or multi-channels of receiving their bills and paying their bills, and it speeds up the delivery of the bill payment because it's all electronic. So that's why we created it, to be able to allow customers to enjoy that digital journey from receiving of the payment, viewing it, and ultimately paying it, and with a secure fashion.
Okay, that's super interesting, Haney. Thank you. But I still have a question. Who is our ideal customer? Can you answer that, Matt?
Yeah, sure, I can answer that. So Pay Plus was created to help companies that uh, I would say are smaller or don't have an IT staff. So what we found as we looked around is that there's no shortage of payment processing tools out there, but we still find that there are service bureaus in the transactional space and that there are utility companies and smaller insurance companies that are not taking online payments or offering it to their customers. And we said, well, why is that the case? And as we looked deeper, we realized that they don't have the expertise in-house, the IT staff to do it, because you have to integrate a payment system with your website. You got to know about the rules and the laws around processing payments. And that's something that scares people, which is the other thing that we noticed as a hindrance to the market, is that people were either, they didn't have the technology experts, or they were afraid to get into payments because you're moving money around. And so we saw that gap. We decided that was our customer. We're going to build a tool for them. And so we did. That's how Pay Plus came about.
And speaking of some of those kind of inexperienced payment solution areas, we decided to create these pre-built customer templates. Jessica, do you want to tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, definitely. So the idea behind the pre-built templates is it allows us to be able to focus on the data. And based off the data that we receive, we decide how we need to interpret that in order to give the customer the experience they need. So we read the data, figure out their methods. How are they used to paying? How are they used to receiving those documents? And we make sure that we cater to them and how they're used to handling their payments. And we give them the correct way to pay it, whether it's paying it online and using Pay Plus, or even if they still need to get that copy in the mail. We create those methods based off of reading their data, what they're used to, and make sure that they receive that document the way that they need it, and that they can do the payment in the right way.
Thank you, Jess. What are some of the main reasons why it's important to offer an online payment solution?
Yeah, I can help answer that. So speed, fast, right? So imagine everybody uses Venmo, everybody uses Cash App. So imagine that a tax document, tax billing statement comes out, and you get a text message to say your tax bill is due. Do you want to pay it? You say yes on your text message, done. So it's the speed and efficiency of collecting these payments. With that speed and efficiency, it becomes very secure and low risk. You don't have to write checks, you don't have to deposit it, you don't have to worry about somebody's getting that check. So speed and security is the biggest things that it helps with. The other thing is we offer a SaaS model. We take the headache for managing that process, and it's important because you know in our industry, in software industry, right, a lot of regulation in payment, and we keep it up to date, and we make sure that we pass all the compliance around it, and we have the PCI around it. And so that's important, that to know that we have your back, that we are secure, that we offer the convenience for you and your customers, that we keep it up to date, and it's low risk to you. So imagine that we offer this technology to your client to get immediate payments. Not only that, secure immediate payment through our portal without you having to do any design work or any work around it.
So, what does a typical onboarding look like, Jessica?
Yeah, good question. So what we do is that we have predefined workflows that we have that takes the data and it feeds it into our system. Once the data is in our system, we're able to read it, interpret it, look at the preferences, find out how the customer wants to receive their information, and we send it out accordingly. Sometimes that looks like it's an email, other times it's a printed material, or it's an SMS. So we have all of these preferences that we store in our database, and then once that data goes in, we assign the correct communication type to them so that we can send it out in the method that they want to receive it.
And we can also talk about customer experience. So customer experience was really important to us while putting together this product of Pay Plus. So what's important to us is that part of those pre-built experiences and customer templates is that whenever it will send detailed instructions to increase a digital adoption, to walk them through how to create account, set up notifications, configure reminders. That way they never have to pay late fees, or they get those reminders to pay on time to help you get paid faster.
I wanted to discuss the multi-channel communication and the fact that we maintain customer preferences on their payment, and we can digitally find out if a consumer actually received their bill, and if they haven't received it via SMS or email, then we can switch off automatically to disable email or disable SMS and enable mail, so we can make sure that is received. We also couple it with mail tracking to be able to ensure that the consumer has received their bill and on time, and they can pay it as well.
All right, thank you, Haney. On that note, we've talked about who's the ideal customer and what it looks like with the customer experience. What does a pricing model look like for someone who is interested in this and they want to take the next step?
Yeah, let me answer that, Jess. So what we've done is we've created something that's really simple and easy for people to understand to get into the payment space. In fact, just before I get into the pricing, the way you feed the system in the cloud, as Haney talked about, it's a SaaS model, is you take the same print jobs, those files that you're sending to printers, the PDF, the PostScript, whatever it is, those same files are the ones that you send into Pay Plus in the cloud. So there's nothing more complicated than that. You just send those up once we set up the system with your merchant account and the payment processing in advance. And then after that, there's a basic platform fee that you pay. And then depending on how long you want to keep documents in the archive, so when people go and they want to view their statement or their bill, then you're going to draw that from the archive that's pre-built in Pay Plus. It's provided there for you. You'll pay a little bit of a fee for storage there. You might have email blasts that are going out to everybody to say, hey, your bill is ready this month. Go online and pay it. There could be a Pearl embedded in that. So there's an email fee that's part of the system. And then a little bit of a setup fee at the beginning. So it's very, very basic in its pricing model, something everybody can understand and easy to get into.
Thanks, Matt. And if this interests you or it's a need that you have, a pain point that you're experiencing, Andrea is going to tell us how you can contact us.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So if you're interested about Pay Plus, or if you want to get just more information, talk to a sales rep, simply go to racami.com and schedule a demo, or send us an email at sales@racami.com. We're also available by phone. You can call us at 678-730-7700. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe.